Hi, this is a foreigner in the Philippines. Well, it's kind of almost like a series of marrying, coming over, finding a lovely lady, marrying her, and the one thing that I haven't dealt with is, what do you do when there are children? Well, the difference with marrying a Filipina who has children is that you are obviously, and I'm not teaching you anything unique here, you're going into a ready-made family. Now you've got a few questions to ask yourself here. It's possible, and this is very prevalent in the US, it's possible that the family that you are proposing to move into, no pun intended, it may well have one toxic kid. Now, if there's one toxic kid, you've got to weigh up what the chances are that you'll be able to turn that kid around. Now, toxic for many reasons. You know, not all kids in the Philippines are this happy-go-lucky, everything is just fine, looking forward to a new daddy figure. They're not all like that. Sometimes they're not so good. You are the only person who can decide whether you can turn this kid around, and if indeed you want to. For me personally, I don't love all children unconditionally, regardless of who they are or where they are. I don't see a child and say, oh yeah, I love that kid. I like some kids, and just the same, they are people after all. So you have to try to work out whether you can fit in with this family. Now, as I've said many times, the best time to do these deciders is as early as possible, because if you do it as early as possible, you have less invested. Now, I don't want that to sound cold. Oh, it's an investment. Well, yes, it is actually. It's an investment in the future of your life, your future life. And so, one kid who is determined not to call you daddy, not to think of you as a father, no matter your best efforts, could be all it would take to cause problems down the road and have you walking away. We've had a situation before where this has ruined a marriage. Now, let's look at the good side though. That is something that will reveal itself fairly quickly. Now, in the Philippines, it is something of an epidemic that there are young women, young, lovely, beautiful women, and great mothers dedicated to their children or their child, and they have been left, they've been abandoned. Now, for you to come in and take this family on, be it one child, two children, three children, or more, let's not make the example too difficult, okay? But you may be coming in and there's no problem in loving the girl, because, you know, she probably is gorgeous and she probably is sweet. She probably has all of the attributes of being a good mom and a good wife that Filipinas tend to have. So you're looking at really trying to imagine yourself in that situation of being the head of a family that has already been the result of a relationship that has nothing to do with you. So, a word to the wise: when Filipinas find another partner and they're able to move on, then the children usually will seek to have a good father figure. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, because obviously it's always present company accepted that we are the good the kids will actually take to you. You come in with a certain, what shall I say, I don't know, a certain advantage being a foreigner. And as long as you actually like kids, because they're pretty savvy on this and they do know when you like them or not, as long as you like them, they will absolutely love you. Now, that said, it doesn't mean that they will automatically do what you tell them. And that's something that you will have to hone your disciplinary skills on. You'll have to establish some kind of a rule that you are going to run the house on, because you will be the father figure. Getting children to call another man daddy is not difficult, because it's part of the culture that even when someone comes in who is a guest in that house, he can be called Daddy too. He can be called whatever his name is, Daddy Joe, Daddy Fred. Any of these names will work. So you may well already have it established that you are being called Daddy. Now, being a loved, cherished, respected Daddy is another thing. But once you've made up your mind that this is a family that can work for you, understand that you are in it for the long run if you have any kind of ethics at all. So this is what we all aspire to be a more ethical person. And in taking on a family that really will need you, and that you are joining them here and living in the Philippines, you're in it for a cultural rocket ride, I can tell you. Because they will all be behaving to their genetically ingrained way of behavior, and you will be the foreigner. So, it is actually gently does it. You can't go steamrollering in and think that everything is going to change just because you say it is. So, I tend to favor the idea of doing it by example rather than telling. If you just think that you can do it just by telling them to do this and do that, don't drop litter, brush your teeth, don't wash your hands, if you think you can do all of that just by telling, you will become a pain in the butt. You will be a nag. And I wouldn't want you as my daddy. So, do it so that you are accepted, and then bring about the changes that you feel are necessary to arrive at well-behaved, creative, intelligent children. Not to mention that you are now the father figure in a ready-made family that may have not had a father figure possibly since birth, if it's just one. So, I hope that this helps just a little. It's a short video. Of course, you can always comment and I'll answer the comments. If you message me, I always get back to you if you message me. If I don't, then it means that I haven't seen it, or somehow it's just dropped between the cracks, especially with the brownout right now. Okay, so thanks for looking in. This is A Foreigner in the Philippines. Bye.